Good morning. Today is very definitely a make the energize, do the thing kind of morning. Yet again, Carmel, Indiana, big snow, schools delayed, stuff shut down. But it is Tuesday and we are making the energize this morning, getting ready to do the thing. And this morning I am coming to you, talking to you about seasons of life. Cue song from Rent, seasons of life, seasons of fitness, and how this right now, this holiday season is also a season of fitness. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Let's talk about seasons of fitness. I've been talking about this a lot lately on podcasts that I've had the pleasure of being guests on, and it's interesting because it's something that, and maybe it's because I'm a little older, it's a concept that I embraced. It feels like a long time ago. It took me a little bit to get there. So it's cool that I can share this learning, this life experience that I have had with others and hopefully shorten your learning curve. But it's the idea of seasons in life. And that applies to fitness. So for example, let's take this holiday season right now. Let's say you are normally a class goer. There are classes at the gym. Let's say you live in New York City and you go to SoulCycle all the time. And you are hitting up classes, or you go to yoga, or you're doing whatever. You're taking my class at the Y. But when the holiday season comes and your kids are out of school, your schedule changes. And it's one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. And I would see this a lot in the summer, especially. So the holiday season is sort of a little precursor to what happens in the summer. Schedules change, kids are home, and you can't get to that one class that you normally take. Well, it's a season, so you have to figure out how to be flexible in the season, because the fitness still needs to happen, but how it happens, the method by which it happens may need to change. So maybe now you're taking class at noon instead of 9, or you're taking class at 6 a.m. instead of 9 because your season changes. And that's called life, my friends. You know this is the best moment of the morning, right? I've already dropped a light bulb and broken a light bulb on my kitchen floor and cleaned that up and dropping ice. It's a season of dropping, evidently. That will never go out of season. So right now we enter into this holiday season where our schedules may shift. We've got travel. We have extra expectations or pulls on our time. If you're a parent, you likely have holiday parties, gatherings, recitals. I used to say when my girls were, especially when all three were heavy into all the activities, that my girls were always putting on the shows that everyone else went to go see, whether it was Indianapolis Children's Choir, whether it was the Nutcracker, whether it was Holiday Spectacular. We were always in the thick of it. And sometimes my fitness had to change, not if it happened, but when/how it happened during this season, because there are other pulls and demands on our time. And then we travel and we get out of maybe our workout space, we get off of our routine. So rather than fight it, rather than fight the change, we can't fight the snow. We're in the midst of a season right now. We had snow last night, snow the day before, and it's cold today. There's a lot of snow out there. That's a season. We can't fight that it's a season. We could fly to Florida, but in the chance that that's not going to happen for you, you can't fight the fact that it's a season and we have snow. Just like you can't fight the fact that we're now in the midst of the holiday season, or a few months from now we'll be in the midst of spring or in the midst of summer. And these seasons are just part of life, but they're also part of fitness. And knowing these seasons are coming, and then having some plans in place, or embracing the fact that fitness is going to look different during these seasons, sure does make the season much more enjoyable. And I'm speaking to you from experience as someone who used to just try to get through from about Halloween to January 3rd. What a horrible way to live. Try to get through any part of our life. Let me just get through these next 2 months. what kind of life is that? We don't get that back. Even the time that you spend, and I'm so grateful for it, truly. The messages that you send me, and the fact that someone out there watches this and that we connect via this incredible platform of Instagram TV, we don't get this time back either. So the idea of getting through the last 2 months just surviving it, that is abhorrent to me, because we don't get this time back. And I don't want anyone to go through this holiday season feeling anything less than magical, but we need to go into it knowing that fitness is going to happen, but it may need to look different. It's going to look different maybe on spring break if you're not going anywhere and your kids are home, and then when you get to summer and kids come home and your entire schedule changes. That's why I often teach a 6:30 a.m. class in the summer, because moms and dads can come in, get their workout in, and then go home, and their kids don't have to come into childcare. So it's vital to understand that as we head into, because today some of you may be having a snow day. There's a 2-hour delay here in Hamilton County. So that definitely throws off. And I remember when I was teaching fitness classes, because I used to teach 12 or 15 classes a week. And if I was teaching a 9 a.m. class and all of a sudden there was a snow day, I'm like, crap, what am I doing there? It's a lot of juggling. It's a lot of adjusting. You're working a full-time job outside the home, and there's a lot of adjusting. There's a lot of tweaking. You might not be able to get that workout in. But what you can't get back is time with your kids. And so the fitness is going to happen. You just need to adjust when it happens. So that might mean that you're up at 5 to get it in at 6 before whatever. Or it might mean you're getting it in at noon on your lunch hour rather than your normal time of 9. Or it may mean on those rare days that you're doing it in the evening. My face reflects how I feel about working out in the evening. I don't love it. I'm definitely a morning person. I mean, I have no children to take to school today, and even if I did, they'd be on a 2-hour delay today, and I'm still up at 5. I'm a morning person, and that's what works for me. But I remember those days when we did have the 2-hour delays and school was out, and I really remember that time in my life, that season in my life when I was just trying to get through the holidays. And I know that I've shared lately, there's just been some heavy stuff that has happened in life, a lot of heavy stuff. And over the past few days, it's just sort of felt like a weight on top of me. And you just can't take 1 minute of this life for granted. And this time of year, any time of year, is too amazing to be alive, to be trying to get through. Just get through a day, get through a season. Let me just check off the boxes on my to-do list to get through it. We're made for much more than that. So as we go into this holiday season, let's put some tangible strategies in place to thrive during the holiday season and make sure our fitness stays on point. Number one, that might mean we have to work out at a different time. That's okay. If the worst thing that happens in our life is that we have to work out at 6 a.m. instead of 9 a.m., y'all, we're fine. Okay, we're fine. So number one, we may have to work out at a different time. Number two, we may have to work out in a different format. Maybe you normally take a class at a gym at 9 a.m., but now you have to change up your time. Point number one, you have to change up your time. So now maybe you get the opportunity to try a different format. Or maybe you finally invest in your workout at home and you've got an option at home. You've got Beachbody on demand, like literally streaming thousands of hours of content. It's like Disney Plus for fitness. And now you work out at home and you don't have to worry about what time it is. What a blessing that would have been in my life when my children were younger and we had snow days. And we lived in Pennsylvania. One year, my husband was at Edinburgh University and we got like 220 inches of snow. It was crazy. And I would have given my pinky finger to have something like Beachbody on demand. We didn't leave the house, I don't think, for a week because there was so much. It was literally, we'd open the garage door and it's over our heads, and you didn't leave the house. And to have an option like a Beachbody On Demand, to have Disney Plus for fitness in my home, this could be the time that you invest in it. Because if you live in a place where weather is inclement, sorry, that's not an excuse anymore to not work out, because there are too many options now. Time's not an excuse anymore to work out. There are too many options now. And frankly, I'm going to say this with love. I'm going to say this with love as someone who's back in the day when I would drink Diet Coke, way back in the day, someone who would look in the cushions of the couch for change to see if there was 50 cents to buy a Coke from the vending machine, as someone we had to ask our in-laws for a loan. And so as someone who has struggled financially almost all of our married life until Beachbody, money's not a reason anymore. You can find money, because chances are, if you're watching this on this platform, you're probably spending money someplace else. So money's no longer a reason why you can't get fitness in your life anymore, because Beachbody On Demand is $99 for an entire year, which is cheaper than a gym membership. So number one, we're going back to, we may have to change the time that we work out during this holiday season of life, season of fitness. Number two, we may have to change the format of how we work out. Season of life, season of fitness. And number three, this is the kicker, we're going to embrace that. We're not going to fight that. Just like we're not fighting Mother Nature for the snow, we're going to embrace the fact that, hey, cool, we get to work out at a different time. Hey, cool, we get to try a different format. Cool. Because if the hardest thing we have to do in our life is work out at a slightly different time with a slightly different format, we're fine. But what a beautiful thing this life is, that we do have all these options for fitness, that we have so many options for these different seasons of life. And even think about it this way, not even seasons like holiday season, spring season, summer season, but think about your seasons of life. Back before I had children, I could work out anytime I wanted to. I could run and go work out for hours and whatever. And then as you have newborn, and then more children, and then more children, how and when and why you work out completely changes. Maybe you used to be able to train for a marathon, but now with children, you no longer have that desire, or you just don't have the time, and that's okay. Fitness changes through our life. And then now, as a mom in transition with children who don't live in my home full time, I can get up at 5 a.m. if I want, or not. If I don't want, I can work out at home, I can take class. This is my season. So all these different seasons of life have always been my seasons of fitness too. And the constant thread is fitness, because fitness is our catalyst for life change, period. But how it looks in my life, how it looks in your life, when it happens during your day, how it happens during your day will change because of the seasons. What doesn't change is that it's not negotiable. You got to get your fitness in. You've got to get your nutrition in. You have to have your community, your tribe in place to keep you on track. So as we go into next week and the week after, the real heart of this holiday season, and y'all, we're what is today? The 17th? So we're 14 days away from a brand new decade? 14 days away from a brand new decade? What? It's crazy. As we go into this heart of the season, I want you to remember, you may have to work out at a different time. Cool. You may have to work out with a different format. Amazing. What a beautiful time to get Beachbody On Demand, to get my group, to get some tools in your life that help you stay on track. And 3, you're going to embrace all that change. Because if the hardest thing that happens in your life is that you have to work out at a slightly different time, we need to shift your definition of hard. There's a lot of stuff in life that is hard. I don't think life is hard, but I think there are life events that are hard. Getting up at 6 a.m. to work out, not hard. Finding a different way to work out, not hard. Saying yes to an opportunity, to tools, resources, and a community that can change your life, not hard. All of this can make you thrive during the holiday season and not just survive. So it is time, my friends. We have made the Energize. It is time to do the thing. Let's make it an incredible Tuesday. Get out there and thrive.